Hello and welcome to a card ride home, where I talk about movies while I drive home. Today I saw Annabelle Creation, and it was I'm gonna put this in, I don't know, a way that we can understand. If jump scares don't scare you, then there's not a whole lot this movie offers. So Annabelle Creation is a sequel slash prequel to Annabelle, which I did not see because the only film in this, I don't know, series, I guess you can call it, was The Conjuring, and that was when it first came out. So I went into the movie knowing basically nothing, and I don't know if that helped me or worked against me, because I don't know, I felt like there are demon rules which aren't covered in this, I don't know, in this movie. The demon can turn into different forms of things. Like, I thought it was just gonna be the doll running around and murdering people, right? So yeah, I thought the demon was just gonna be the doll, but it turns out that the demon can turn into lots of things. The main child actor is pretty okay. All these children can act pretty well, and I'm proud of them for it. I'm glad they can really cry and scream good on command. But Janice, our main child, is she had polio and now she can't walk too good. So she's on a crutch the whole time and her leg's in a leg brace. And Annabelle, when she was alive, died via a car crashing into her because she didn't look both ways before running into traffic right in the middle of the road to catch like a bolt from her dad taking the tire off of the car on their way home from church. So that was a pretty lame-ass way to die. I thought maybe Annabelle could have also died of polio, so she has like a connection to Janice. No, that would be giving it too much credit. Within the first, I think it's just after the first half hour of the movie, not that I was keeping time at all, Janice gets attacked by Annabelle the ghost. I don't know if Annabelle's a separate entity from the demon, so I'm just gonna call it Annabelle. Anyways, Annabelle attacks Janice, and Janice gets thrown around the house. She tries to escape via the stair chair. She tries to escape via that, and she gets thrown up on the ceiling. She gets thrown onto the floor, and Annabelle wants her soul, but she doesn't take her soul at that point. She just kind of throws her around a little bit just to, like, I don't know, say, psych, I didn't really want your soul that bad. I'm just gonna mess with you for a little bit. So it takes until the next time we see Janice. She was hospitalized after getting thrown around, and she can't walk no more. She has to be in a wheelchair. So there's a nun. I should mention that all these girls are orphans. Not that it matters. Anyway, Janice is hospitalized, but we don't get to see it, and she can't walk no more. And she gets wheelchaired home, and sister, I forget what the sister's name was, so I'll just call her the nun. The nun in the movie was like, "Oh, you just need some sun. Some sun will help you heal." And she's like, "Sun is gonna make me walk again?" And the sister's like, "No, but you should get some sun anyway." And I was thinking, what this kid needs is a fucking, like, bath, because her hair is just deteriorating this whole movie. Like, I don't know, girls care a little bit more about what they look like, in my personal experience, but you know. So Janice gets left out in the sun for a little bit to get some sun, and suddenly, the demon, Annabelle, pushes her into the barn out in the yard, and the demon can apparently take the form of the nun, because we see like the dress and her hands are looking pretty spooky, but like you could tell it's a nun. So we know this demon can shapeshift, and that's fine, I guess. I don't know the demon's rules. So Janice is locked in the barn. The demon fucks around with her a little bit more, and then apparently she's full on starting to get possessed, because the demon spits some goo in her mouth, kind of like Prometheus and Alien Covenant. It was weird. So Janice starts acting weird, and she starts playing with Annabelle the doll. And so Annabelle's father, who's kind of running this whole new orphanage show, he tries to pull a good old cross up on the Annabelle doll, and the doll ain't having that shit. And so he gets CGI'd, so like his fingers get CGI'd back in that weird, twisty, contorty, spooky way. I also counted, I should mention during this movie, about 26 jump scares. I have a tally. I'm pretty sure the number was 26. And they would only be scary, like, you know, the basic chung that the music plays when something spooky pops up on screen. But half the time, it was just like a really loud sound effect, like an old pop gun went off a couple of times, and that was a jump scare because everybody in the audience was like, ah, that startled me, but nothing about it was inherently scary. So it was kind of fake outs like that it doesn't make a movie scary. It makes a movie startling with no substance. So 26 of those in a 110-minute movie. Where was I? Oh yeah, so Dad gets contorted and he dies. And the sister finds his body all twisty, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna go tell his wife about this. And we never see her like go and talk to the wife, who's got a fucked up face because the demon gouged her eyeball out way back when, like right after her daughter was freshly dead. And somehow this triggers the demon to just start going buck wild, just start killing people right after she kills her dad. So the demon just kind of saws her mother in half. I don't know why, but she was dangling off the wall, missing the entire lower half of her body, and I'm like, oh, that just kind of seems unnecessary for a woman that can't get out of bed. Also, the mom doesn't get out of bed the entire movie. And she starts attacking other orphans, and nobody else gets hurt except for Janice, who's full-on possessed. And after a series of jump scares and chase scenes, the orphans escape with the sister except for Janice, who gets locked in the Jesus closet. And Janice eventually gets found in a separate orphanage, and says her name is Annabelle now, because, you know, she's possessed. And she waits 12 years before she kills her new adoptive parents for some reason. Like, why didn't she just kill her parents automatically? What triggered her to kill her new parents this time? We don't know, because it's never explained. Or maybe Annabelle explains it, and I just didn't bother to watch that one, nor do I have the will to. So overall, if you're not afraid of jump scares, there's nothing for this movie to offer to you. So I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 10. Not scary enough, and not making me want to watch the other ones. So that was the Drive Home review. I'll find a better name for this eventually, but that review took enough time for me to officially drive home. See you guys next time. Maybe, if it's light outside.